Welcome to another edition of the Balking Dead, guys. Happy fucking Monday to everybody out there. Smash the like if you haven't. I'm still your host, Sharpie's Bets, and this show is still sponsored by Prize Picks. So going over to Prize Picks, use promo code Pub Sports, and your first match deposit up to $100. They will match deposit it. So do us a favor, do you a favor, and go use that promo code. Well, we're going to talk about last night's game in a little bit, real quickly. Shout out to Noli, jumped in the chat, and I told you guys, start throwing your guys' plays out there too, guys. And once he brought up Mike Trout over 1.5, it made so much sense that I also bet it too. And that motherfucker went out there and was a triple shy off the cycle, so cashed us for a first easy at bet. And shout out to the chat for giving us some winners too. And then on the recap of Manny Machado, I also said, oh, look who gets another lefty today, Manny Machado. And he went out and got a double on the first fucking at bat too and cashed that one. Now, on the other hand, was I asked wrong on that game last night? But I also said going into, dude, I really didn't know how Kopech was going to pitch on a back-to-back. Well, let me tell you, if you didn't know, Kopech is the real fucking deal, guys. That full looked so good last night. So did Severino, guys. It was a pitching duel until the 7th, 8th when it got clacked open by the White Sox. I did give you Sandoval over. He cashed easily. I also told you Irving under. He also cashed easily. Definitely didn't get no home runs or goddamn many hits alone from the freaking Yankees. So we did not hit that one either. So we on to today, guys, where we actually get 4 games and I get to pick the one. So I ain't going to be that off today, guys. I was off last night, though, but we're going to start bringing in something new on Sundays, too, guys. We're going to start bringing in Noli and probably C-Mac and maybe another person, and we're going to start just capping just the Sunday night game all the way which way around. So we're going to make a little more popping on Sundays. Smash the fucking like if you haven't, guys. Hit the share, hit the retweet, and let's get into this fucking card. First game we're going to talk about is the Orioles and Yankees, guys. We got Jordan Lyles versus Garrett fucking Cole. He ain't cool. He's Cole. So Lyles is 2-4 with a 4.11 ERA, coming in on a quality start versus these same-ass Yankees, guys. He went 7 innings, 5 hits, and 2 earned runs. He's now played the Yankees. This will be his 4th time, and 2 out of 3 have been good, but now gets a back-to-back. This year, he has a 2.10 home ERA and a 6.6 road ERA. So what are we fucking getting, guys? We're getting Jordan Lyles on a back-to-back where he pitches worse at. And this Yankee team, over the last 15 days, their numbers have dropped off a little bit, but still match up pretty well to their month-long numbers, guys. They're walking 11% of the time. They're only striking out at a 20% rate. A 233 average is middle of the pack, but their power numbers are still there. 740 OPS, isolated power of 180, guys. So I expect Jordan Lyles to get torched today, guys, back-to-back, and he's worse on the road. This just sets up for some Yankees bats to eat, guys, and, I mean, we need to eat because it's Monday, and we need to start off the week well. So his K-prop is at 5+ at -102. It's at 4.5 on Prize Picks, and his fantasy score is at 23.5. I'm looking at fading him on fantasy score personally, guys. Like, he's not going to be my favorite play. It's not going to be on my ticket. But if I was to play Jordan Lyles, guys, I'd play Jordan Lyles to get bombed on, guys. Those numbers from the Yankees bats are legit, and they didn't get them last time. And what's the odds he does well? I would say he gets racked today, and I'm going to bet that he gets racked today. So, on the other hand, guys, it's Garrett Cole, who's 4-0 with a 2.89 ERA. He's coming in on 5 straight quality starts, including 5 days ago versus these same Baltimore Orioles. 7 innings, 6 hits, and 2 earned runs. Last year versus the Orioles, in 2 games, he went 12 innings, 8 hits, 1 earned run, and 20 strikeouts in 12 innings. Only one back-to-back last year versus the Red Sox, and he still ended up putting a quality start out in the second game. But it was a little worse than his first game, so not much to go off of Garrett Cole on back-to-backs, and he's pitched well versus this team, and I got to expect nonetheless. Orioles over the last 15 days, though, they're still not really hitting the ball, guys. 7.1%, 19% strikeout, so 7.1 walk percentage, 238 average, middle of the pack, 659 OPS with an isolated power of 119, guys. So they're about middle of the pack right now versus right-handed. And this ain't no everyday right-hander. The only thing I got to say is it's a back-to-back. So this does tend to favor the Orioles this time. So he gave up 6 hits last time and only 2 earned runs. If he gives up 6 hits again, they're going to score more than 2 earned runs. That's just baseball, guys. So is what it is. His K prop is 8 plus at minus 139. It's at 7.5 on Prize Picks. His fantasy scores at 42.5. I don't look at running people's K props that are on back to backs personally, and Garrett Cole is now on a back to back. Do I expect Garrett Cole to cheat at home? Yes. Does he need to cheat versus these Orioles? No. And that's where I take in the factor of he can go out there with no sticky substance today and still pitch a good game. And Jordan Lyles is going to get lit, and Garrett Cole gets the dubskis. So I think Garrett Cole goes out there. The strikeouts, I lean towards the under, and his fantasy score, I lean toward the under. It's a back-to-back, guys. Orioles pin has a 3.12 ERA. They're 5th in the league, where the Yankees pin has a 3.06 ERA, where they're 3rd in the league. No run first inning is at a minus 130 in this game. Pretty much while watching that game yesterday, guys, Chapman's been asked this year. He's blown 5 saves. Where their other guy, guys, he saved 4 out of 4. So I expect that guy to be thrown into the fire a lot more. And Chapman probably to be sent down to the IL after yesterday. They sent out the medical team to him in the inning. There's something up and something wrong with him. So definitely I'm going to be looking at Chapman to be replaced. So anybody in fantasy leagues, go look for their setup man right now. He is going to take the job of the New York Yankees closer, guys. So hitting props. DJ LeMahieu, guys, he's 4 for 10 off Lyles, and he's coming in off back-to-back games with no hits. Not good, right? Well, only one time this year has he gone 3 straight games without a hit. 2 times he's gone back-to-back, and he's came back with 4+ bases. So I'm going to look at me at – I think Lyles gets clacked today. So I'm going to take me LeMahieu, hits, runs, RBIs, 2+ at minus 122, guys. I expect him to get on. I expect people to be on in front of him, and I expect people to bring him in. I just think it's a dumpster fire waiting to happen with Jordan Lyles, guys. And on the other hand, guys, Giancarlo fucking Stanton, he is locked and loaded, guys. He looks really good at the plate. So what? Kopech was on fire. Good pitching beats good hitting any day out the week, guys. Throw that out the window. He has been locked and loaded, and I expect Stanton to keep it going. His hits, runs, and RBIs is at 3+ at minus 102. He'll cover all that in a home run himself. So definitely looking at both of those 2 Yankee players. I'm not going to run the Orioles, but if I were to, I'd look at Cedric Mullins. Cedric Mullins is a fucking beast, and we like beast on this show. So shout out to the chat. I see you, Zoma fucking guy. Mad Stony. I'm Stony Baloney. So yee, Mr. Heat, of course. And yeah, my guys. So smash the like if you haven't. I look like you already have, because we almost at 22. And you know we gotta get 22 for Clayton fucking Kershaw. And then we'll talk about Jackie Robinson. But let's get into the next game. Blue Jays at Cardinals. This is the actually only bet I have in so far today. So at the end of this breakdown, I'll tell you what I'm on. Blue Jays and Cardinals. Jose Barrios versus Miles Mikolas. Jose Barrios is 3-2 with a 4.83 ERA and 8 starts. He's been straight hit or miss, 3 bad starts and 5 good games. He has an ERA of 3.15 away and 6.43 on the road, guys. He had an ERA of 3.48 last year on the road, so I do expect that 6.43 ERA of this year to come back down to life. He is running into a hot-ass fucking Cardinals team, though, guys. They are, over the last 15 days, walking 7.5%, striking out bottom 5 at 18%. 281 average, 795 OPS, and an isolated power of 173, guys. And what's psychotic about those numbers is those 30-day numbers aren't too far off of their 2-week numbers. So their 2-week numbers are better, and they've been hitting the ball all fucking year so far, and the last 30 days, 15. However you want to call it, they've been humming. K-prop for Jose Barrios is 5+ at plus 125, guys. On Prize Picks, they're giving you a 4, and at 4 on the books, it's minus 501. Yeah, guys, like the fucking Levi's, 501s, minus 500 they are giving you on Prize Picks for a push. Yes, to get 5, it's at plus 117. But, no, at plus 125 for him to get 5. But to get a push on a minus 500, guys, That's got to be on the ticket. We gotta put that one on the ticket. So my guy, I don't see Noli knows. Where the fuck Noli knows at? Noli knows something. Noli knows something, and I don't see him. So oh, there he is, my guy. We on this game. You were drunk, and I was high when we broke down this game last night. So Miles Mikolas, guys. But now let's get into Barrios' fantasy score. It is at 25.5, guys. I think it goes over today. We are at where? St. Louis. St. Louis at nighttime. What does this mean, guys? It just plays to the under, guys. It's a big ballpark, Busch Stadium, and I expect Jose Barrios to just keep to get back on track. And yes, the Cardinals are fucking crushing the ball, but I expect a solid quality start from Jose Barrios, 6 innings, 3 earned runs or less. And yeah, then we go on the other hand, we got Miles Mikolas, 3-2 with a 1.68 ERA, guys. Yes, 1.68 ERA. And then, my bad, I had to yell at my kid. So 1.68 in 8 starts. In every start, he has not allowed more than 3 earned runs, with 5 of 8 being quality starts. He's been a stud this year with his soft toss and ass, guys. Seriously, I look to fade this guy, and it just is what it is. And I can't look to fade this guy anymore. He's been fucking legit. He's been a good pitcher. So he's going up against a team over the last 15 days. They match their month-long numbers, guys, and we've been fading these Toronto bats. Okay, they're just not fucking hitting. So until they start hitting, we've got to expect just the trends to keep happening, guys. Baseball's streaky. I get it. They're going to turn it around, but I'm going to expect these numbers to stay the same. They're walking 7.5%, strikeout 23%, a 213 average with a 608 OPS and an isolated power of 110. So they're either middle of the pack to bottom 10 in these fucking hitting categories over the last 15 days, and that matches their 30-day numbers, guys. They're just not fucking seeing the ball well. Mikolas's K-prop is 5+ at +117, and on Prize Picks it's at 4.5. His fantasy scores at 27.5. I would lean to him going to the over on the fantasy score also, guys. I expect a quality start from him. He's the better pitcher in here. Better pitching beats better hitting. So I expect good things to happen. So Jesus Christ, my cat is going ape shit in there, dude. So my bad. Let me get back to Mikolas. I'm sorry, guys. He's been a stud this year, like I said, and he's getting the team just not fucking seeing the ball. I like his fantasy score over 27.5. He's a fucking stud, guys. He's done nothing but beast out already, and I expect him to do the same. He has the better fucking bullpen and the better closer, guys. These Blue Jays bullpen are 21st in the league with a 3.93 ERA and have had a problem closing out games. So I do expect the Cardinals to have the lead and them to not have a bat. So that will take out their bats at the end, which goes into our bet on this game. My bet on this game. I am on the under 8 at -110. I think it's moved to 7.5. I don't hate it, guys. I expect a well-pitched game. I lean St. Louis, but when you expect 2 pitchers to be on, just take the fucking under, guys, and don't pick a side. So that's what I expect. But I don't hate anybody backing St. Louis here. Better bats, better pitcher. Just, I think Barrios shows up today. That's what happens when a good pitcher's on the other side, and I expect to see that. No one has more than 10 at-bats versus either one of these pitchers, and no run first inning in this game is at -125. Tommy Edman, guys. He has 7 hits in his last 4 games with 8 total bases. 4 of 7 hits. 4 of 7 games in his last, he has 2 hits in 4 of 7. His 2+ hits is at +165. I'm going to stay off that, but it definitely made some sense, and it's definitely worth a bet. What I am going to bet on this game, guys, is Springer 2+ bases at +124. Why? Yesterday they put Vladimir Guerrero in the 2 spot behind Springer. So what does that mean? He's going to get a whole lot more fastballs than what he's been used to seeing. Springer is a really good fastball pitcher, and I expect more to come from that. So I expect Springer to see some better pitches and to then produce off of that. We got a big ballpark. I expect a dubski from Springer at least today. So, yeah, that's what I'm going to be betting prop-wise in this game. Shout out to you guys. I see you, Nasty Nate, my motherfucking guy. Let's get to it. Let's get to it. 23 motherfucking likes, 29 live. Y'all rock, guys. Smash the like if you haven't. Let's try to get to 42 likes. Jackie Robinson. Why? Because he's a fucking stud, and he wore that Doyer blue. So let's keep this game rolling. Different blue, though, this time. We're going to go Brewers at the Padres. Adrian Hauser versus Nick Martinez, guys. Adrian Hauser's a 3-4 with a 3.2 ERA and 7 starts. He's coming in off a quality start versus the Braves. And I'm going to tell you, I'm not a fucking Hauser fan. This 3.2 ERA and this quality start versus the Braves, and he's done it now for 2 years, guys. And I'm going to fucking jump. I haven't been doing this lately. I'm jumping on the fade fucking Lauer train, guys. I cannot expect this guy to stay with this 3.2 ERA. His FIP is in the 4+. I do expect this guy to come back down the fucking earth, guys. Hauser has a 1.99 home ERA and a road ERA of 5.27. Where's he at? He's now on the road in San Diego. So, how are the Padres the last 15 days hitting righties? Fucking trash. They're walking 3.9%, striking out 23% of the time, with a measly 226 average, 589 OPS, and an isolated power of 103. Other than Manny Machado and Eric Hosmer, guys, this team is really fucking able to be pitched around, guys. So Hauser's K-prop is 4+ at -107, 3.5 on Price Picks, and his fantasy scores at 25.5. I think he comes back down to life and comes back to this away ERA that he has, guys, at a 5.27. I think the Padres get to him today personally, and I'm looking towards the over. I haven't bet it, but I think they get him. The only thing saying they don't is all the numbers, and that's probably why I can't bet it. I can't bet ifs or if I want to think, but the numbers say Hauser's will have a good game. That's what the numbers say. I tend to believe that he's going to get cracked. Sometimes, like Noli says, numbers don't always tell you the truth. They're like lawyers, you know. They don't necessarily lie. They just don't necessarily tell you the truth, and it's our job to figure that shit out. And I think these numbers are coming to a fucking crashing end for both of them. I think the Padres bats get awoke versus this sorry-ass pitcher, and I think his ERA starts to drop towards his FIP. So give me a fade of Hauser, please and thank you. But on the other hand, Nick Martinez, 2-2 with a 3.89 ERA and 7 starts. Other than one game this year, he's been pretty solid, guys. And do I expect that to stay there? No. But I can't guess when the league's going to catch up to him. Are they going to need more video? Are they going to need to see him? What is it? Like, is he a hard tosser? No, guys. He throws 4 different pitches, and he's got really good control. Control can get you good places. Look at Mikolas, guys. He's been here now the last 2 years, and he's a control-type pitcher. So is he going to go long in the games? No. I don't expect him to go more than 3 times through the lineup many times because he is a soft tosser. You could probably fool him once or twice. It's just the third time around is going to be a lot harder to do. So I expect Nick Martinez to have a short leash, and he's going up against a team that's crushing the fucking ball, guys. 9.6 walk percentage, 22% strikeout with a 246 average, 777 OPS, and an isolated power of 206. 107 is great on the isolated power, guys. 206, these guys are crushing the ball. They're getting on base. They're taking their walks, guys. I got to think that Nick Martinez could run into some trouble here too, guys. So, I mean, I expect both these pitchers to get hit. Brewers pin has a 3.59 ERA, 13th in the league. Padres pin have a 3.79 ERA, 17th in the league. No run first inning in this game is at a -130. Big 30, you know what I'm talking about. But Padres pin pretty much, guys. The middle of their relief sucks dick. We already know that. Rogers, though, is the second best closer in baseball to who? The guy on the opposite side, Hader. What do they also have in common? But they at least have Williams and Hader, guys. But other than that, the rest of their pin sucks dick. So I expect this game to go over. Am I going to bet it over? Probably not. But I'm leaning over. What I am going to bet, guys, is Eric Hosmer. He's batting .319 this year with 6 doubles and 3 home runs versus right-handed pitching. I told you I am not a Hauser fan, and I'm going to back him right here with 2+ bases and +146. That's a nice, juicy number for a guy who has more doubles and home runs hitting off the right-handed side. He is a left-handed hitter, and, yeah, go give us a dubski tonight, Mr. Hosmer. On the other hand, how do we not talk about Manny fucking Machado, guys? 6-game hit streak with 21 bags in that 6 games, and you're going to give me 2+ bases as that minus 106? He's got 21 fucking bags, guys, in 6 games, and only 1 home run in that 6 games. So he's doing it, guys, with some fucking dubskis and shit, bro. So, Manny Machado is one of the hottest hitters in baseball. We take that guy +2+ minus 106 in our fucking sleep, guys. So you know who else we take in our sleep? Noli, do we get the Mike Trout sharp call out? Do we get the call out on Mikey Trout today or no, bro? Because man, there's certain guys right now. Mookie Betts, I'm playing every day, guys, over 1.5 bases. We called it on the show versus Gibson when he had good numbers, and that's all he needed to get going, and we've been on him ever since. As long as they're giving us minus 110 or less on some of the best hitters in baseball that can literally carry a team for months. Oh, Lord. This was like Tone's Bryce Harper last year. He cast Bryce Harper 27 out of like 30 times over 1.5, guys. So we're going to ride some of the best players in baseball at good value. So Manny Machado 2+ minus 106. Give them to us. I see the chat going hard today, guys. Let's go. Let's go. Real Deal Prime. Peasy, my guys. Let's get it. Woo. Ric Flair woo right there, though. So, yeah. Let's get into the last game of the board. This right here, I have a conundrum. We're going to talk about this conundrum. We have the Mets at the Giants. David Peterson versus Alex, get on your knees and suck some cock. David Peterson is 1-0, guys, with a 1.9 ERA and 4 starts. He has only gone 5 innings 2 times. And me and Peterson have a bad fucking relationship, guys. Let me tell you about Peterson and I. Peterson looks like a goddamn ace until 1 inning. And I don't know what happens in between this dugout or what he's doing in the dugout. But then he comes out and just pukes all over himself, guys, and cannot get himself out of a goddamn inning. He did it versus the Braves last week. And I got to expect it again, guys. He'll get the humming. And eventually, guys, he's going to throw up his fucking lunch, guys. And that's just David fucking Peterson. Taking these numbers that the Giants have the last 15 days after pretty much being shut down versus the Padres. Giant, and I'm talking about 2 Padre lefties they shut down, guys. So that's what's even crazy. That got shut down the Giants. Gore did well versus them. And who the fuck else pitched for them the other day that did well? Stony baloney. But another one of their pitchers because I'm high. Oh, Mania. So those 2 pitchers, guys, actually handled the Giants, and this is what their 15 days numbers look like versus lefties. They're walking 10.4% of the time, striking out only 21.9% of the time. They have a 248 average, an 818 OPS, and an isolated power of fucking 242. So even being shut down 2 games, guys, in the last week, their numbers are fucking absurd versus lefties, guys. So I'm going to fucking look at a team total type, or am I going to look at the over on this? And this is where we get to the conundrum, guys. But David Peterson's K-prop is at 4+ minus 139, 3.5 on Prize Picks. They're not giving us his fantasy score. Can't hate you if you want the over, guys. On his strikeout prop, he will be humming until he doesn't. You're just fucking playing with fire, bro, because you just don't know what inning is he going to get yanked in, guys, because this fool just pukes all over himself, guys, like a fucking regurgitating hooker on a Saturday night, guys. She's got to get her money, guys. So I expect the Giants bats to get to this pitcher. He is not a Sean Manaea. He's not a Mackenzie Gore. He is David Peterson, and David Peterson regurgitates. So Alex Cobb, 3-1 with a 5.16 or 5.61 ERA, guys, in 6 starts. Crappy. He has 3 good starts and 3 starts where he gets fucking lit like a Christmas tree, guys, including the start versus the Mets on 4/19 where he went 4.1 innings, 6 hits, and 3 earned runs. If you go fucking 4.1 innings and give up 6 hits in this stadium, dude, they're going to get more than 3 earned runs, guys. This is a giant stadium, bro, where doubles can be triples and triples can be home runs, guys. So McCovey Cove at night doesn't play to the home runs, but this is a big field. And if the Mets can hit the ball hard line drives, they will run this score up. So the conundrum, though, we're going to get into these sorry-ass Mets bats. 8.4 walk percentage with a 19% strikeout percentage. They are on a good average, 252 average, and a decent OPS, 685, and an isolated power of 113. The power numbers are about top 10 to 15 guys. They are really good at getting on base, and they are good at not striking out and walking. So Mets should give Cobb a fucking problem today, guys. But the conundrum, the Coors fade is real, gentlemen. The Coors fade is real. When a team is leaving Colorado, it is hard, and you should not bet on them. It is going to be not prosperous, profitable, whatever the fuck you want to call it. At the end of the day, dude, it wins at 60% or the more, dude. We're in gnarly ass elevation where the balls didn't break, so they got to see the ball. They got to hit the ball really well, and their bullpens got taxed in Colorado. That's what happens when you go to Colorado, guys. Okay. And I believe they played a double header in Colorado. So bullpen's fucking annihilated right now. And then on the other hand, you've got bats where they tend to just be asleep when they leave Colorado the first game. So they just left Colorado yesterday. They're now at sea level after being in that high elevation. The Coors fade is real, guys, so that's why I can't just hammer the over in this game personally. I've got to respect the rules that have been written, and that will take money out your pocket, guys. So even if I'm wrong, I just got to kick back and maybe bet the Giants team total or something, because that's the way I'm looking, that the Giants get to Peterson and this tired-ass bullpen. So Alex Cobb's K-prop is 5 plus minus 130, 4.5 on Prize Picks. His fantasy scores at 27.5. Mets bullpen is a 3.63 ERA, 14th in the league, and the Giants pen is a 3.83 ERA, 3.83 ERA, 19th in the league. Nothing to write home about. No one has more than 10 at bats versus either one of these pitchers. Francisco Lindor is batting 375 and 8 at bats off of Cobb. 8 at bats is not a big sample size. We want 15 or more, guys. Francisco Lindor was on a really, really bad cold streak, guys. I bet him on a bad cold streak and then watched the game and then realized how terrible he was hitting. Fast forward a week later, and he's starting to see the ball really well, guys. He's got a hit in 5 out of his last 7 games. And I expect him to keep it humming in this big-ass ballpark. So give me 2+ bases with Lindor, plus 139. Please and thank you. We're getting that plus 139 because he has struggled over the last month. So then we're going to talk about my favorite Los Gigante. He should be Noli's favorite Los Gigante. I got his signed jersey up on my fucking wall, and he gets a left-handed pitcher today. Jock fucking Peterson, 2+ bases is at plus 125, and his home run is at plus 450. Give me Jock Peterson versus a lefty. I believe we were on him last time versus Fried, and he cashed it for us too. If you hang a fucking breaking ball to Jock Peterson in his wheelhouse, he is going to fucking make you pay. He may strike out 2 times to Peterson, but that one time he gets a hold of a ball, guys, he is taking it for a double or a home run. McCovey Cove, please and thank you. Home run plus 450, I will be on it. His 2+ bases at plus 125, I will be on it. He has a vicious fucking swing. So, shout out to you guys. We got it rocking today. We got 37 live, 28 likes. Smash the fucking like if you haven't. Put your plays in the chat right now while I go through a brief through. If you want me to talk about any props or quick little recap for you, throw it out in there while I go over this Prize Picks recap, and then I'll talk about yours if you want me to. So let's get to it. What am I going to bet on Prize Picks today? I already told you the numbers do not match up with Jose Barrios' strikeout prop, but 4 strikeouts is minus 500 on the books, guys. More often than not, that will give us a push, and a push at worst, we'll take it. You're giving me my 3-pack stack that I like. We're getting Stanton. We're getting Judge. We're getting Rizzo. All at home versus a pitcher they just seen last week. Please and thank you. One of y'all go put that ball over that small ass porch. Yeah, cash that one. That should be nice and easy today. But I'm gonna be real with you. I have not been good at these three picker home runs. So maybe that'll be soon to be just fade me if I put it to the over. Because if I'm not gonna win at it, you gotta fucking learn somewhere. So then, guys, I'm going to look at Jock Peterson. I told you guys, Jock Peterson versus lefty. I expect a double. I expect this pitcher and bullpen to get got today. So give me Jock Peterson over fantasy score, please, and thank you. And then the last one, guys, we're going to look at Mikolas. I think Mikolas goes out there, hands it off, wins the game, and quality starts it, guys. Will the strikeouts be there? I don't know. He's a soft tosser, guys, but he does have good control. He has a good ground ball when he needs it. And that right there is almost as good as a strikeout when you're playing fantasy score, guys. Double plays are fucking beautiful. Very few pitchers can get the double play when they want it. And Mikolas is a very good ground ball pitcher, guys. So we're going to ride Mikolas's fantasy score to the over. Do I have another one on there? I can't really see that with that being that small. What else one do I have written down? I'm going to look at fading Hauser. I'll tell you that. And I'm going to look at fading Nick Martinez. That's the one I have on this ticket. Nick Martinez to the fucking under, guys. Fool me once, fool me twice. I don't think you go 3 times through the lineup. I think you need to go 3 times through the lineup to hit this over. So even if he's humming, I think they get him for a little bit, guys. So give me Martinez to the under. So shout out to the chat. You guys fucking rock. How do you feel about the Yankees game over, Sharpie? It's over or nothing for me. Like I said, it's back-to-back on the game right there. It's Lyles and Cole, but Cole does own this team. They do have a good bullpen. Cole should win, so that should knock off the Yankees' last bat. So the Yankees should only have 8 at-bats in this game. I expect Cole to go 6-7 innings, 2 earned runs or less. It's more, can the Yankees pull that? So I'd look more at the Yankees team total or the Yankees run line personally, because I mean, the team total is going to be high, and they might not get their 9th at bat. But Mets, Giants under 7.5, Royals, D-backs over 8.5, question mark from Galactic High. Mets, Giants under 7.5. I'm leaning towards the over personally, but the Coors fade is real. So if you're leaning at those Mets bats to be fucking gassed, yes, then take it. But I would be hammering the over if the Mets were not coming from Colorado right now, personally. I did not break down the Kansas City game personally. Certain games I don't touch if I don't like the pitching. So don't want to give you a breakdown or nothing. That I don't. So, yeah. Thoughts on Greinke's return to Arizona? Yeah, to be real with you, I'm not a Greinke backer, so I don't even look at his games, guys. I don't look to fade pitchers personally. I look to back pitchers.
Mike got fucked up.
What's up?
Your mic's fucked up from something. It just started fucking up.
How about now?
Yeah, it's kind of robot-y.
I'm going to have to go in and out.
Just go ahead and end it. You guys are there. Give him a second to get back here. Can we get Weeby Bubbins in the chat?
You guys rock. You probably already left, but you guys fucking rock for hanging even in there. Smash the fucking like if you haven't. Go on over to Prize Picks. Use promo code PubSports. Why? Because your first match deposit, you have free freaking up to $100. So roll that over one time and it turns into real money over there. So you guys fucking rock for hanging in there. Let's keep this shit going, guys. Let's keep these trains cashing. And yeah, baby, let's keep this show going. Long time.